Playing solo in Rust is really tough, especially for beginners. And let's be honest, even experienced players are making simple mistakes that can cost them all their loot. That's why, in this guide, I'm gonna give you 25 things that every solo player needs to know in Rust to survive longer, win more fights, and outsmart other players. We'll cover tips for building and PvP, how to make a fake online system, how to have better aim, some general strategies and rules, and much more. If you do find this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button below and subscribe to the channel, it helps me a lot. And also, check out Rust Clash. Rust Clash is a platform in the Rust community, known for their case battles and a bunch of different game modes where you can face off against other players in intense PvP openings. They also have a bunch of different game modes like Tiles, Plinko, Mines, Crash, and the classic Upgrader, each with their own style and pacing. Whether you're uncovering tiles, watching the multiplier climb, or chasing a 10,000x Plinko ball, there's always action. And now, let's get back to the video. The biggest enemy for a solo player is door campers, but you can easily protect yourself by making an automatic door closing system for your TC room. To do this, place a small battery inside your base, attach a branch and a blocker to the wall and a door controller to the door. Run a wire from the battery to the door controller and close the door. Connect the door controller to the blocker. From the right blocker connector, run a wire to the branch, and from the right branch connector, run a wire to the blocker pass-through. You should end up with something like this. And finally, run a wire from the left branch connector to the door close connector, and that's it. Now your door will automatically close right after it opens. If you don't have all these components yet, just place a campfire next to the entrance and light it up. If there is someone next to your door on the outside, your comfort level will jump from 50% to 75%. This info can make a huge difference, especially if you don't have a second door yet. To make this trick even more effective, you can use a camera outside that will face your entrance. Just build a 1x1 base with a TC inside it next to your main base. Attach a camera as high as possible, connect it to electricity, and direct it toward your entrance. Press E to set an ID for this camera. Place a computer station inside your main base and use the same ID to connect to your camera. Now you can check what's going on next to your base before going outside. You can safely transfer all your loot from the safe zone to your base in just a few seconds by spending only 25 scrap. First, you need to find this drone shop station and type kill into the console. Next, respawn in your base and add another airlock in front of your entrance with 2 single doorways and put a vending machine in one of the doorways. Open this vending machine, make sure that it supports drones, and add 1 rock for sale for 1000 scrap or any other item that you want. You can add weapons, resources, or other items. Next, throw some rocks in this vending machine. Open the map and check if your shop is green. If so, run back to the safe zone, pick up all your loot, and use the drone shop to transfer all this loot to your base. Yes, you'll have to spend 25 scrap for delivery, but it's way better than running around the map with a full inventory of loot. To make this trick even better and save a lot of time, you can get a personal bed in the safe zone. To do this, come to this NPC and take a validation mission. Open the map and check where you need to go. If you're in a large fishing village, you will find documents on the table. If you're in a small fishing village, you will find documents next to the toilet. Take this document and run back to the NPC in the safe zone. Once you do this, you will get a personal bed in the outpost. If you've just built your base, but you feel that you will soon be raided, you can enclose your TC room with a wall and make a bunker to protect your loot. To transfer the loot outside this room, just place a snap trap in the corner. Step on it, crawl backwards toward the wall, turn your head upward, and wait until the timer runs out. Spawn on the sleeping bag next to your base and grab all the loot using the leg that sticks out through the wall. You can use the same method to transfer the loot inside. The leg will always stick through the wall. Another thing you can do to protect your base is to make a fake online system that opens and closes one specific door inside your base. To do this, when expanding your base, make one honeycomb with a doorway instead of the wall. Place a single door here and attach a door controller to it. Inside this room, place a small battery on the floor. Attach a switch, a splitter, 2 timers, a blocker and a branch to the wall. Set the right timer to 5 seconds and the left timer to 10 seconds. Connect the battery to the switch. Run a wire from the switch to the splitter and from the splitter to both timers and a blocker. From the left timer, run a wire to the left blocker connector, and from the top blocker connector, run a wire to the right timer. Next, from the branch power out connector, run a wire to the door controller, but first close the door. If you don't do this, you won't be able to connect a wire to the door controller. And finally, run a wire from the branch out connector to the left timer and activate the switch. Now, this door will close every 10 seconds and open again after 5 seconds. This works well to prevent the offline raids, as offliners don't usually raid bases if someone is online in that base. If you have a lot of turrets in different corners of your base, the worst thing you can do is connect them one by one, because you'll spend a lot of time doing it. Instead, you can craft 6 wires and drag them into your quick slots. This will allow you to save a lot of time, because each wire keeps the connection going even if you switch them. And you can do the same with hoses if you are building a farm, and with pipes if you are automating your base. For a solo player, this trick is a game changer. Another trick that will make your life a lot easier is having an entrance to your base on the second floor. Thanks to this, you can completely forget about door campers, unless they have a ladder or a teammate that can boost them. By the way, if you don't have a furnace yet to create a jump up, you can use 2 wooden signs. They only cost 75 wood each, and you don't need a workbench to craft them. Just attach these signs to the wall like I'm showing, and you will have the cheapest jump up possible. And if you add a window on the half floor next to your entrance, you will have a one-way peek. As you can see, it's impossible to spot or deal damage to you from the outside, but you can easily hit your enemy from the inside, which is kinda broken. To make this one-way peek, you need to build a window that's half a floor below your entrance. Add a floor frame inside it. Cover this window with an embrasure and attach 2 wooden signs to the floor frame. Now, you have a one-way pixel gap that will help you protect your base. For a solo player, it's essential to have as many sleeping bags around your base as possible. But you also need to hide a small stash with a bow or any other weapon next to the sleeping bags. This will let you land the last hit if someone catches you off guard next to your base. As you know, shooting while sitting down makes you much more accurate than shooting while standing. But you can use a simple keybind that will lower your sensitivity while you're sitting and increase it while you're standing. I leave it in the description below, so you can just copy it. The value on the left is sensitivity when you're sitting, and the value on the right is when you're standing. This keybind is used by players in top clans, so be sure to try it out. If you want to become unkillable and dominate over other players, you need a horse, the best armor that you can find, a shield, horse armor and horseshoes. The horse armor will boost your protection by 50%, and the shield will protect you from bullets, so it's pretty much impossible to kill you. If you want to make a farm, but you don't have a lot of time or resources, you can just build something like a warehouse. Inside, you just need to run electricity and add lamps, and just plant the seeds right in the ground. You don't need any planter boxes or other stuff. Just make sure to water the seeds from time to time. If you've built a compound, you don't actually need a gate. You can make a bunkered entrance, which will be way cheaper and stronger. As you can see, it's impossible to get inside, but if you break this foundation, the bunker will open, revealing the passage above. And to close this bunker, just build a triangle with a roof above. And that's it, the passage will close. And now, let me show you some general tips for solo players that will make your survival much easier. Never build your main base in a snow biome. Clans will always raid everything in the snow. Even if you have the biggest base on the server, it won't help you. Never roof camp or attack other players from your base. You never know who you might kill, and if it's the wrong guy, your base will be gone in an instant. Never reveal your main base. If you feel like someone is following you, just go to a safe zone or place a shelter to hide your loot. Your main task is to keep your base hidden for as long as possible. You can build a few 2x2 farm bases across the map next to the monuments, so you always have action and respawn points. Plus, even if one of your bases gets raided, you've still got others. As a solo, you need to get really good at learning the monuments and red spots to camp other players. This is one of the most effective ways to get a lot of loot really quickly. You can build a few fake bases next to your main base to confuse your enemies. Plus, you can use them as a stash in case of emergency. Be sure to build at least one trap base in the most populated area on the map. For some reason, the gas station seems to be the best place to build a trap. You'd be very surprised at how quickly you can catch people. You can easily manipulate small or even large groups to attack each other. A simple note in front of the door saying we're gonna raid you is enough to convince someone to take action as soon as possible. Then you just watch them destroy each other, and you pick up the leftovers. If this video helped you and you learned something new, be sure to hit that like button below and write a comment so more people can see it. Oh, and by the way, building a boat in Rust is one of the most essential skills you need to master.